All right. Shalom, 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 y'all. It's Michael Israel. You are watching Spiritual Combat. Got a good show for you today. As you can see by the title, uh, we are going to be talking about your time on this earth. And just so y'all know, the I guess you could say uh, kind of what led to this video and the inspiration, and give my condolences. Uh, Pastor Michael Law passed away, I guess, on Thursday, and if you do not know who Pastor Law was, up at the Great Awakening Hebrew Gathering, um, Pastor was on a panel, and let me see if I can pull this up. Y'all give me a sec. So Pastor was on a panel, and in this picture here, if you see the brother to Pastor Dowell's left, he's holding the microphone there. That's Pastor Michael Law, and I got word yesterday that he had passed, and uh, one of the brothers had reached out, just asked if I could say some stuff, and while I didn't know uh, Pastor Law, um, you know. Uh, on a real personal level. I had met him multiple times when I went up there for Ron's events, and the brother had a peaceful spirit on him. Even up there uh, at the conference. Let me turn this down. Hold on a second. Yeah. So even if you go back and watch that video up there on the panel, um, he was one of the only brothers up there who Okay, I'm sorry about that. The Wi-Fi is bad. But when I was up there at the event, he was one of the only brothers up there who spoke with some reason, and my uh, interactions with him, I picked up he had just a peaceful spirit on him. Brother who seemed like he was very easy to work with. Um, and that's that's really the extent of my knowing him. But however, anytime um, people pass away, and if you read the Bible, it's it, they say it's better to spend your time. I think, and I'm paraphrasing, but it's better to spend your time uh, at funerals than at weddings or parties or whatever. And it's just because it's a very serious, attention getting reminder that, look, this this life isn't forever. It's it's fleeting. Time passes quick. I can tell you, man, the past 2 years, um, I really feel a lot older. And when I say feel a lot older, not physically. I don't feel I actually feel pretty good physically, but just mentally, experience wise, I'm dealing a lot with the next generation coming up. Um, I'll tell you what's going on right now. We got the brothers out here, just got them going, training them up on mechanical things and stuff like that. See Brother Umbry out there working with his son, introducing him to tools and stuff like that. But it's the next generation coming up, and just dealing with them. I think that's I didn't feel like I knew a lot of stuff until I get around these brothers and sisters, and I see how much I'm able to pour into them, how much of my experience I'm able to share. And then I realized, man, it seemed like just yesterday I was going in the Air Force and I didn't know a damn thing. But that's what I'm coming on here to talk about in regards to, that's what came to my mind when the brother called me yesterday, or he sent me a text, let me know that, Pastor Michael Law had passed. And like I said, a lot of y'all might not know him, but again, if you go watch that panel workshop where pastors on there, I'll put a picture up again. But if you watch that, and that's him right there with the microphone on Pastor Dowell's left, side. That's Michael. But yeah, if you watch that, you will, you'll see him. Some, I know a lot of people watch that, but I'm coming on here because what I'm gonna be speaking on today is just like what the title of the video says, And hold on one second. So the we are we taking this life serious? How serious are you taking this life, this one life that you get? One of the big things that hey Chris, air still leaking out? Okay. Yeah, one of the big things to yeah, just let it all leak out. One of the big things to think about is what are you leaving behind? Legacy. What is your legacy going to be? This is something I think about all the time. The Ten Commandments say visiting the sins of the fathers upon the third and fourth generation of those who hate him. Who are those who hate him? Those who are not obedient to his word. And then it says, showing, and I know I'm paraphrasing, showing blessings to those who love him and keep his commandments. And y'all know, we have been a cursed people, particularly African Americans. There's not one brother that's out here with me right now working that doesn't have a book they can write about their life and their family. It's literally like a Tyler Perry movie when we look back at our families. Okay, the moves they made, the choices they made, the unrighteous choices that were made that had ramifications, not just in their life, but through time. You have to take this life serious. Y'all put a 100 up in here if I'm making sense, y'all. And if y'all can hear me clearly and everything, I want to make sure because I'm getting ready to put this thing into gear right now, and we're gonna really drill in on this topic, on what I'm talking about. Good. All right, everybody can hear me. You a lot of people are in their head. They're in their bubble. That's a better way to put it. They're in their own little bitty bubble. It might be an emotional bubble, pride bubble, greed bubble, whatever. They're in their own little bubble, and they're not thinking. They're thinking. They're small-mindedly thinking. Okay, they're thinking in a small-minded manner, and this is why I get on here And I speak on these topics, and sometimes y'all hear me get passionate and just really go in and drill in hard because the, we don't understand. And this is a trick of the enemy, of Satan and his beast society and system. We don't understand the significance of every minute we're on this earth for, and the little, even the little minute decisions we make of what we're going to eat, what we're going to do, how we're going to function, what we're going to say in a situation. We're letting our emotions influence us in situations, and instead of the word influence us. And this stuff has ramifications throughout time, on generations to come, on your judgment in the end, you know, before the Most High Yah is going to open that book on you. And what the trick of the enemy is to do is to trivialize all these things. Oh no, you're good. You feel good about yourself? Yeah, and you're good. Or whatever, to lull you to sleep when every decision you make is critical and it's going to affect people who come after you in generations to come. And that's why I stand, y'all seen the last video I did. That's why I stand so adamantly against certain things, because I know the influence it has. Like, it's, think about what we're saying. What you do is gonna, if we believe what in the Most High Yah's word, what you do here in this life is gonna have ramifications for your eternity. Do you see people? When I look at people, I don't see them taking that serious. And this life is finite. Like I said in the last video, I don't get too caught up in the end times events to that extent, because I do have an interest for that. I don't get sucked into it and waste all my time focusing on that, because today could be your end times. Today could be your last day. And are you operating that way? Or are you thankful that the Most High has opened your eyes and taken full advantage of understanding what He requires of you? It's sad, man. I see a lot of brothers and sisters out there and they're passive. They just, for fear of pain or because they don't want to come out of their comfort zone or whatever, you're jeopardizing your eternity because you're deceived in your flesh and everything like that. You're jeopardizing the generations to come because of your carnal weaknesses, because you're passive, because whatever the reason why you are not pressing hard towards the mark. Like, think about it, man. Y'all think about it. Think about your family and that person, whoever it was. It's going to be a bunch of people who gave in. They gave in to the temptation, and it affected generations to come. They tore the family up. They messed somebody's life up just because of giving in to some temptation. And then look at a lot, y'all. I say this to the saints here in Straightway Nashville. When we used to be down in Florida, I used to say this. I was like, are you going to repeat the sins of your forefathers? Because you can watch some of the people doing it. I like, you are doing exactly what the people who came before you did. You just repeating the cycle. We got to break it. This is it. This is the day. This is the hour. This is the time. Like I was saying in that other video, temptation is at a level that has never been at in the history of mankind. Back in the day, you used to have to go somewhere, to do wickedness or whatever. Now, literally, you just type it in your phone. Boom. The wickedness will come to you. And it's getting to the point now where the wickedness is seeking you out. The temptation seeks you out. Not only do you have to fight in your mind, but literally, this thing that I'm using right now to do this video, this phone, is, if you let it, is a powerful tool for good or for bad. These algorithms that they're building now bring whatever you want to you. You don't even have to search for it now. You don't even, if it's righteousness, you don't even have to search for the righteousness anymore. But if it's wickedness, you don't even have to search for the wickedness. Sometimes you literally open your screen and the wickedness is right there. The temptation is right there. But we got to get serious, y'all. We got to get serious about the Most High, y'all. Get serious about being men and being righteous women. But the men really have to step up in this life. That's what you're here for. You is especially us men. If you're over 35 years old, you're it. You are the it. You are the people guiding this thing. Like, I'm 47, 46, something like that. I'm in my prime now, where my knowledge is peaked out. My physical ability is basically peaked out, might be declining, you know what I'm saying? But I'm there. I'm hitting on all 8 cylinders. It's in our hands now. The, the the generation to come, we're leading it. We're the leaders of this time. And it's sad what I see out there. A lot of people, man, they just defeated. They literally are walking in the footsteps of their wicked ancestors, of those who came before them. And we can't do that. We got to walk according to the Most High for the next generation, for the generation to come. So it's real talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know if that makes sense. That's why, again, I'll say it again. You know, that Great Awakening Hebrew Gathering event, that was a game changer in my life. Just even reflect on that, where, you know, I knew that was my day of visitation. I knew that was the answer I had been seeking the Father for, and for him to have me go in the direction that he would. And we're gonna, like that one song said, pressing towards the mark. I'm going all the way. You know, that's real talk. But look, I know, I feel it now, how much older I am, and some of the memories about, like, when I was 22, 23 are like vivid in my mind. And like it was yesterday, and I'm like, wow, 30 years ago, 20 years ago, damn. And I'm working with these new brothers. Brother Manuel, he's like 22. Brother Chris is like 26. You see you see little Yeshua down there coming up, getting ready to be, you know, the next great thing. You know, that's who we doing it for. Some people are doing it for. All right, sorry about that. Fat fingered something. But I said that's who we're doing it for. We're doing it for the Most High Yah. And the Most High Yah got us obeying his word for those to come after us. So they don't have to go through the shit that we had to go through. You know what I'm saying? Think about that. We don't want them to go through some of the stuff we had to go through them curses again. It stops here. We need to have that mindset. But some people are so, like Pastor Dowell be saying, self-centered, self-absorbed, and he got one other thing, self something else, that they just want to comfort their flesh, stay fat and happy, and just stay in their comfort zone. And in the meantime, what they're doing is your laziness and lack of zeal to do the Most High's will is going to not just affect you, it's going to affect many to come after you. And let you got to think linearly and interdimensionally. And what I mean by that is not just going to affect your child or your two children. So it's not just going to affect things in this horizontal plane. It's also going to affect it in a vertical plane. It's going to affect your children's children, and then your other children's children, and the children they have, and then so they'll have multiple children, and then the children that come after that, you affect them. And people aren't thinking like that. They just like, so me potentially, I have the capability to affect hundreds, maybe thousands of people, not just today, but in the future. And people are not thinking like that. People are selfish. They're serving their emotions. They're serving their feelings. They're serving wicked ass people around them. They're serving, like I say, people, places, and things in a life that is finite. You're not promised tomorrow. V said, self-focused, self-centered, and self-absorbed. That's what Pastor be saying. Probably not in that order, but y'all get what I'm coming from. I don't need to be on here a whole bunch of time. We out here working. But y'all let me know if this makes sense. Cause I be, man, I be trying to shake people out of these trances they're in. People in selfishness trances. People in pride trances. People in a better way to saying it is people serving pride. People serving selfishness, people serving passivity, people serving laziness, people serving fear. They're serving these spirits, and they're not serving the Most High Yah. And you're not going to be the only one who pays for it. There's going to be a lot of other people. And it's not just your children, it's the people you influence around you. And whether you want to realize it or not, you are either positively or negatively influencing people around you. So my battery's getting a little low here. Good to see all y'all on here. I see all the brothers and sisters. I'm just going over y'all's comments. I want to say shalom to all y'all who y'all came in there earlier. Somebody said shalom, my condolence and prayers to his family and friends. All praise the Most High. And for those of y'all who are coming in, like I said, one of the motivations for this video is I found out that a pastor that I knew prior to coming in the Straightway and everything, his name is Pastor Michael Law. He passed away. He was a brother who's up there on the board when Pastor was teaching up there at the Great Awakening Hebrew Gathering. He was sitting to the left of Pastor. That brother. That's the best way most of y'all are gonna know him. So I'm glad y'all are feeling this message and it's penetrating. Y'all, I see y'all putting 100 in there. That's good. All right. If y'all got any questions, comments, concerns, definitely have them. I just want to come on and speak on that. and get that out there to y'all. Okay. Um. So yeah, but might put big facts in there, so definitely penetrate. But anyway, y'all, that's all I wanted to come on here and say. We getting ready to get back. I'm getting ready to get back to work. Brothers are working. We gotta keep pressing. Appreciate all y'all. Hope what I was saying, like Pastor be saying, stimulate thought in y'all. And with that said, shalom, shalom.